Like and subscribe right now, or this spider will crawl on your face when you're sleeping.
Hardcore exercises, nerve-wracking training, and craziest drills. All of this forms forces that make the enemies think twice before challenging them, only to realize later that they should never have in the first place. So, hang on to see some of the most insane military training that will leave you shocked. Mud Run. The Royal Marines, aka UK Marine, have a very unique way to keep their army resilient. They call that Mud Run. In the 45-minute session of running and crawling in the 4-inch mud for 20 miles, the UK Marines learn to stay with unity during their whole course. If any soldier falls back, the whole team has to start the run again. A part of this training also includes pushing and carrying a heavy log to improve their physical strength and cohesion. They all have to help each other drag and carry their mates because the whole point of this session is that they are one unit. Breaking bricks with head. When it comes to military training, the South Korean army has taken it to the next level. To train their soldiers to be indestructible, South Korean military forces are trained to break cemented bricks with their heads. Looks painful, but they are so much dazed with power that this hard hit doesn't affect them at all. Just look how thrilled they are after breaking those hard cement blocks. Not just that, this training also includes breaking the bricks on fire with a single hit of their hands, and well, they can break anything made of cement. So you must know the South Korean army is not to be messed with. Road to Heaven. Taiwan military offers a training session, which in my point of view is an ironic name for what it actually is. Road to Heaven may lead to heaven, but that road is nothing near to heaven. Road to Heaven is the final stage of Taiwan's 10-week amphibious training. This one is for the aspirants to learn enduring the harsh physical pains. It starts with them having to drop from a standing position to the ground on their elbows like a plank. Then they have to move on to crawl bare chest on the hard rock ground. The soldiers who pass this stage get to the frogman training, which they take voluntarily out of patriotism, out of will to push their tolerance level. It is extremely painful, but their spirit and willpower tone all the pain down. Hot potato. You must have played hot potato as a kid. Isn't it fun? But it's anything but fun for the Chinese army because they circulate around a live grenade instead of a ball. So what happens is a group of soldiers have to pass a live grenade around until the music is playing, and right when the music stops, the soldier with the grenade has to throw it away and the whole group jumps to the ground to save themselves from the explosion. Too much for an adult's game, right? Snow training. We all love snow, don't we? But when you have to do a 3-week course in the snow, that's when you stop liking it that much. Because cold is brutal. South Korean and US Marine Corps are trained in snow for 3 weeks for a joint winter tactical training. They have to fight each other and learn to attack in the snow. Their resilience is challenged when they have to stay topless in -30 degrees. What's incredible is their determination that keeps them all cheered up even when they are running around carrying a boat. They stay respectful towards each other and work as a team. It does look crazy, but when there is a will to do something for the country, nothing really matters. Water competency training. When it comes to persistence and perseverance, US Navy SEALs have set the bar too high. The US Navy SEALs call this training downproofing, in which their hands and legs are tied. With their breaths, behold, they have to bob in the water for 5 minutes, float and swim for 100 meters. It doesn't end there. They then have to swim to the bottom of the pool to retrieve an object using their teeth. Oh wait, it gets crazier. Their instructor then jumps into the pool and starts attacking them. This is done to simulate combative drowning. You see, this training is not for anyone who has even a tiny bit of fear of drowning. Drunk Hell Week. Just like its name, this one is one heck of a training. It's not a real battle, but US Navy SEALs have to survive this training like one, as there's always a fear of losing life lurking over their heads. Hell Week is the first step to enter the US Navy SEAL, where all the aspirants have to go through a physical and mental stress where they have to learn to be effective team members. From the night before the first day, the trainees are given a mental shock to give them a jolt as to what they have chosen for themselves. The instructors put them off guard in their sleep by shooting blanks and simulating explosions. And on that same night, the soldiers have to do hundreds of push-ups, flutter kicks, and run in and out of the surf zone. This was just the first night. Imagine how much worse it will get. Around the world paddle. The soldiers hallucinate due to sleep deprivation, with their bodies craving for a rest and their mind shutting down. Around the world paddle is their chance to take a rest. The soldiers have to race to paddle the boats across the sea in groups for 12 hours. Their sleep deprivation adds to their determination, and the group that wins gets some extra sleep until the last group arrives at the beach. With waves constantly putting them out of balance, they are constantly under the pressure to be fast and awake to keep paddling to get to the beach and get that extra dose of sleep. U.S. Marine Paratroopers. U.S. Marine Forces learn paratrooping in their course for exceptional situations. They are trained to jump off an aircraft tanker wearing their parachute bags. One after the other, all jump from a great height into the air, and their parachutes open up. However, U.S. Marines don't have an exclusive dedicated infantry for it anymore. It was once there with the name of paramines. But some elite groups are taught paratrooping for unusual circumstances. Even when it looks wonderful flying in the air, it's downright nerve-wracking. Confidence training. Confidence training is not that savage per se, but it's absolutely challenging. In the last week of Indian Army training, if a soldier fails the test, they may not pass the course either. It begins from the commando slide, where they have to slide on a 30 feet high rope in the L-shaped posture and dive right into the pool. The second challenge consists of a confidence walk, where the soldier has to walk on a 1 foot wide beam that is 50 feet above the pool. They can't stumble or fall. They have to walk straight on the beam. Monkey crawl follows next, where they have to get to the middle of the 55 feet high rope, and then they jump into the pool after getting permission. The smaller the splash they will make, the better it will be. All of these challenges have only one motive behind, that is to build the confidence of the commandos. North Korean martial arts. North Korean martial arts is a showcase of strength and vigor. See these soldiers showing their sturdiness with some mouth-gaping exercises. Whether it is cement blocks, glass shreds, or chains, they can break everything in one swift motion. They go through strict training to become that much robust. To you, it may look like torture when the soldiers are hit on their fists and hands with a hammer to break all the cement tiles, but it's their patriotism. There is a reason they are considered one of the most fearsome armies in the world, and that is in front of your eyes. Assault course. When all the enemies are trained through hardships, the Belarus army is trained through assault. The Belarusian government feels the need to train their army to be unbeatable to keep a successful dictatorship going. Their assault course begins with the fire walk, which requires the soldiers to walk through flames, climb on the walls covered in flame, and sometimes the fire bricks are set on their heads when they are crawling through the obstacles. They have to complete a 10 kilometers of run with some occasional interruption of the fire. This course fits perfectly with the assigned name, don't you think so?
And now, let us move on to our subscriber pick of the day. This image was sent to us by one of our subscribers. Similarly, if you ever wish to know more about an image you come across, just send it on over to us. Who knows, we might even feature it in one of our videos.
U.S. and Royal Thai Marines are trained to survive in the jungle, and they call it Cobra Gold training. This training includes eating plants, sucking out water from tree branches, and making food out of anything, even if that means drinking cobra blood. Yeah, this took me by surprise too. I mean, a cobra is a venomous creature, but they think drinking cobra blood promotes vitality and health. Well, that's a first. However, U.S. military forces removed any training that included harming the wildlife, as they were eating crabs, scorpions, geckos, and chicken, etc. I mean, yeah, it's fine when they are only eating the plants, but the wild animals? That raises concern.